Welcome back, everybody! Today we're gonna be showing Ellen the results of our investigation. And what better to say than, hey, we found the stuff, you know, that we obviously didn't find. In the course of our investigation, we heard that you've been seen standing in front of the victim with a murder weapon in your hands. Exclamation mark? It wasn't what it looked like. It's true, I was holding the murder weapon. When I found him, he was already dead. I panicked, and I was hoping I'd go back in time again like I had done earlier. So I picked up the timekeeper from the pedestal and brought it over without thinking. You're so desperate you were ready to try anything, huh? Fortunately, that sort of behavior makes for an easy target for the prosecution. No! And as for your little trip through time, none of your in-laws can confirm your story, I'm afraid. I see. The only exception is Larry. He said he saw something. Really? What did he see? Time travel's what he saw, of course. Can't say I quite believe it myself, but Larry claims he saw something incredible. Claims he saw a pterodactyl flying outside the airship. What? Not only that, but apparently Pierce Nicoti told Larry to keep quiet about it? What the heck, man? Why would Pierce do such a thing? Larry's theory is that Sprocket Aviation is developing something in secret. A time machine, to be exact. Do you think that's why nobody would confirm my story, because it's secret? I really don't know. Speaking of your in-laws, we did manage to find your keycard at Sprocket Manor. One of your in-laws said he'd keep an eye on it for you. Oh, thank goodness. I lost it while I was getting things ready for the reception. I looked everywhere for it. I'm so glad you found it! At least they're tears of joy this time for a change. Well, Nick, looks like you have to prove the existence of time travel in court tomorrow. That's right, I swear that while Mr. Gloomsbury was being killed, I was busy traveling back through time. Right, with stodgy skeptic Edgeworth at the helm for the prosecution tomorrow. We're really gonna have our work cut out for us. Ding, 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 ding. To be continued. Oh yeah, here we go. It is time. I knew we were getting really close. I mean, that always happens. Whenever you're right there, it's like, boom. Just like that. Alright, our save file for the episode shall be right there. Trial Day 1. September 22nd, 8:45 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 3. And as I mentioned before, if I got far enough into this case... oh man, the only thing I would have made this better if it was like freaking... if I was recording this like 8:45 in the morning or something. That would have been amazing, honestly. But, oh well, what can you do? Good morning, Wright. Good morning, Ellen. I see you're still wearing your wedding gown. And I will continue to wear it until our marriage is saved. Oh, Soren! Oh, speaking of Soren, okay. That's why she was reacting like that. ... You think you came to see how she's holding up? Soren, my love, you came all the way to the courthouse to see me? Oh, Soren, I don't know what to say. Blueprints. Huh? The engine blueprints. I can't find them. Do you know where they are? Oh, Oh, they're in your room, third shelf from the bottom on the right-hand side. Ah, I see. Okay, bye, Soren? He's leaving already? Don't tell me he came just to ask about some stupid blueprints. Is he really that cold a person, or is that just how he comes off? I wonder. What about me, Soren? Ellen. He's back. Dot 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 dot. Come home soon. I'm lost without you. Aww. Soren! Later. Looks like showing your vulnerabilities is the fastest way to capturing a woman's heart. You should take notes on this, Nick. Please leave me out of this. Anyway, looks like Soren isn't big on words. It's clear that he cares about Ellen. Knowing that, I actually feel kind of relieved. Pat, 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 pat. How does my hair get fixed like that, honestly? Mr. Wright, I just absolutely can't be found guilty, you hear? Don't worry, I'm going to do everything I can to prove your innocence. Thank you, Mr. Wright. The trial is about to start, sir. Edgeworth. Knowing him, he's not going to yield an inch. So I've just got to fight with everything I've got and save Ellen. Yeah, no doubt. Let's do it. September 22nd, 9 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 6. Whoa, day 1 court is now in session. All rise! Let's do this. Court is now in session for the trial of Ellen Wyatt. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, his glasses are removed. Okay, interesting. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Seeing so many familiar faces gathered together like this, I feel as though I'm at a grand reunion. It makes me want to go out for dinner and drink and reminisce with all of you. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. I was dying for a real burger the whole time I was away. We can make it a welcome back party for Maya. How about it, Edgeworth? I have no intention of cavorting with my enemies. Now then, Your Honor, let us start this trial at once. Ho ho! So not one for light-hearted banter, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? Jokes and good humor are beyond worthless in a court of law. Guess we'll have to have the party without him, then. Actually, you know what? I think I'll come along. However, we're after the conclusion of this trial. I might consider joining you for your little welcome back party. There we go, that's more like it. I certainly wouldn't mind an invite at the very least. He's still as emotionally constipated as ever, I see. Oh, jeez. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please go over the details of this case for us. The victim was Dumas Gloomsbury, a servant in the Sprocket household. He was in attendance at the wedding reception that occurred from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mr. Gloomsbury apparently felt some animosity towards Ellen Wyatt, and so, a bit after the reception ended at 10 p.m., he assaulted Miss Wyatt with the intent to kill her. The defendant fought back and ended up killing Mr. Gloomsbury. In other words, it was a justified self-defense, correct? If that's the case, then the defendant might not be criminally responsible. He's right. Worst case scenario, I could go for self-defense to avoid the criminal charge. I wonder how Edgeworth plans to counter that, though. Prosecution's first witness will make my view on the matter clear, Your Honor. Very well. Bailiff, please bring in the first witness. Emma Skye, I recognize those feet from the last time we saw him. Yo, Emma, what's up? Please state your name and occupation, witness. Wait, didn't Emma say that Prosecutor Sadnati wanted her to stay behind and help out with the reforming of their law system? So I thought, now that I think about it, wasn't she supposed to still be over there? Emma Sky, forensic investigator. And I'd just like to say, sir, that being in the same courtroom as you is a great honor. Oh, that's right. You're a fan of Edgeworth, aren't you, Emma? We're good friends and all, Mr. Wright. But just this once, I intend to faithfully and fully testify for the prosecution. And I do mean that wholeheartedly. I expect no less from you. Yes, sir. I'm going to do my very best. Looks like you lost the popularity contest to Mr. Edgeworth, Nick. Meh, I really could care less besides. She'll see who's the better lawyer once I win this trial. Yeah, maybe you'll actually really care less. You know, the thing I don't get is that it sounds like Gumshoe was still hinted at being around Edgeworth, but why does he not make an appearance in this case, especially with Edgeworth actually being in the prosecution here? You think it would have been a nice little, well, like I said, well, like the judge said, I should say, a little reunion, basically, you know? Now, Detective Sky, if you please. But the reunion's incomplete without Gumshoe, though. So, what the heck, man? Witness testimony. Run down to the case. We're just getting right into it, huh? The murder weapon was a clock called Timekeeper. The victim was hit with it from behind, and he fell over right into the lantern. The defendant was spotted then, standing in front of the body holding the murder weapon. The victim was struck twice, by the way. He was struck twice? That's right, there's no mistake about it. The first blow was the back of the victim's head. It was hard enough to knock him unconscious. But despite the fact that he had been immobilized by the first blow, the victim delivered a second fatal blow to the side of the victim's head. So this is why it's not justified self-defense? Which means what exactly? Oh, you fool. I figured it would go right over your head. Let's put it this way, by striking the victim a second time. Vin killed her last chance to escape with any criminal wrongdoing. She did, but how, Mr. Edgeworth? Vin may have been fighting back because she was being attacked. However, she then went on to deliver a fatal blow to a man who was already fully unconscious. Nick, is he saying what I think he is? I don't feel so well. And thus Mr. Wright has justified self-defense been removed from the table. Prosecution intends to prove that the defendant killed the victim. With murderous intent. Allow me to belatedly submit the victim's autopsy report. Oh, dang. You know he's serious when he does that. Ang! So that's why he was acting all smug. Well, more smug than usual. It's fine, right? Sounds like we were going to plead self-defense anyway, right? Right, but now the judge has a negative impression of Ellen. Dot 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 dot. He may not get to prosecute much anymore, but he definitely hasn't lost his touch. Autopsy report added to the court's record. Bloomsbury's head shows signs of being hit twice. The timekeeper was used as the murder weapon. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. You know, if Edgeworth's so busy to prosecute nowadays, why don't they just get Clavier Gavin to prosecute for this case? Or Franziska von Karma. I mean, like, they could have gotten so many different people to prosecute for this. I mean, I doubt Godot would be available as a prosecuting attorney here, but, I'm just saying, like, you could have gotten either Francisco or Clavier in on this. But no. I mean, I'll take Edgeworth, you know? I'm not complaining. Run down to the case. The murder weapon was a clock called the Timekeeper. I have high doubts about that one, Emma. I doubt it was really the Timekeeper. Just kidding. Of course it was the Timekeeper. What else would it be? Excuse me. Alright everyone, leave your predictions in the comments or Premiere chat right now. How many guilty verdicts do you think I'm going to get in this case? How many did I get in the last one? It was like 2, wasn't it? Or was it 1? No, it was 2, I think. Honestly, all things considered, that's not terrible. That could have certainly been worse. Yeah, 2 guilty verdicts, if I'm remembering correctly. And that's counting both trials too, by the way. So not too bad, not too bad. That could have been certainly a lot worse. Are you completely sure the murder weapon was the timekeeper? Could have just been a clock for all you know. Yes, completely. The shape of the injury on the victim's head matches up with that of the timekeeper. It's definitely heavy enough to kill someone with. But would the defendant have been able to pick up and swing something so heavy? I tried it myself and I was able to lift it up just fine. Maybe just freakishly strong? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. I'll have you know that people on the force know me as a dainty forensic investigator. Sorry, but really, you're hardly a delicate flower. Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. Save your antics for after the trial if you know how. Yes, sir. It won't happen again, sir. Moving on. The victim was hit with it from behind, and he fell over right into the lantern. The defendant was fighting back against the victim, right? If so, wouldn't she have hit him from the front and not from behind? The victim must have tried to run once Miss Wyatt started fighting back. That's probably when he got hit from behind. I see, thus the blow to the back of his head. Then it must have looked awfully scary when she was brandishing that clock. I don't know how about that. Regardless of how scary Ellen looked, the victim was definitely hit from behind. May I go on? Yes, of course. Please do. The defendant was spotted then, standing in front of the body, holding the murder weapon. Uh-huh. But that's only because she was so panicked when she found the body that she tried to use the timekeeper to go back in time. Objection! Objection! Mr. Wright, do you have any idea how absurd you sound? But Miss Wyatt really believed she could travel through time with that clock. You really should have come with a more credible story, you know. Yes, I agree. Me 3, but it's all I've got to go on. Anyway, under the circumstances, the only conclusion we can draw is that the defendant killed the victim. Yeah, just trying to use the time-traveling thing already, huh? Oh boy. The victim was struck twice, by the way. Excuse me. Miss Wyatt must have had a chance to escape after she struck the victim the first time. So why would she stick around and hit him with such a heavy object again? Well, about that. Allow me to explain. Why did she strike him again indeed? Finish off the victim, of course. The very act clearly shows that she had every intention of killing Mr. Gloomsbury. Urgh. But Miss Wyatt would never do such a thing. Do a thing like that. Let's see some evidence that disproves my theory. Are you going to stand there and take that from him, Nick? I can't refute his claim head on, so I'll have to approach him from a different angle. Well, looks like we won't be going anywhere until we can refute Edgeworth's claim. This is so exciting! We haven't taken on Mr. Edgeworth in ages! Yeah. Okay, Nick. Now go get him! No need to rush me, Maya. Alright, I better start by comparing Emma's testimony with the evidence we have. And look for any glaring inconsistencies. Glaring inconsistencies indeed. The timekeeper, okay. Fell over right in the lantern. The only things I could really imagine challenging would either be this or that. And it sounds like the hit twice thing seems pretty definitive, so maybe something with this anyway. Ellen saw when Ellen was attacked by Gloomsbury out on the Vista deck, she saw in her dazed state a shadowy figure hit Gloomsbury from behind. She fainted immediately afterwards, and thus didn't get a good look of whoever it was. I imagine that would probably be it, maybe, but just to be sure. Try to make sure we're not missing anything, anyway. Uh-huh. I don't necessarily see how that proves anything, honestly. So, I suppose, then, it's very, very likely that we must present... Oh, wait, the autopsy report, I didn't even look at that. 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. Cause of death, cerebral hemorrhage from a strong blow to the head. 1 contusion was found on the back of the head, and 1 on the side. The blows were caused by the same weapon. Okay. Ellen's statement?
Objection!
No? This witness's statement is inconsistent with this piece of evidence. Mr. Wright, would you care to tell the court what % sure you are of this claim? I'm very sure. Of course, I'm 100, well, or 90, wait, maybe 80-ish? Would you accept 50%? Mr. Wright, I won't have such half-hearted bluffing in my courtroom. Your Honor. Uh-huh. Might I recommend the defense be penalized with 100% severity? Oh, I intend to, Mr. Edgeworth. You can be sure of that. Yeah. Guess I can't say I deserve 0% of that. Okay, but... It was hit from behind and fell right over into the lantern? I don't get it, though. I don't really understand, I guess. Oh, I didn't look at that one, did I? Oh my gosh. Victim's body was found collapsed inside one of the peggable lanterns. Scattered around his body were flowers, petals, a note, and broken parts of the lantern. Petals from the flowers not found inside the reception hall. What to do, though? Grab Ellen when convenient, then send her off from the Vista deck. Writing sponge as though written by a right-handed person. I already don't know what to even go for at this point. Huh. Maybe we present this to the second one? Hit him from behind, she fainted immediately afterwards, and thus didn't get a good look at whoever it was.
Objection!
I got no idea, man. I got no idea. Your Honor, I have a feeling this piece of evidence contradicts the witness's statement. Are we really going to struggle on the first testimony again? Didn't we have that happen a couple of cases ago? Yeah, it was literally the first trial from Case 5 with frickin' Paul Addison. We struggled, like, I think we got the first 2 frickin' strikes on the first testimony. And then we were good after that, and we somehow managed to avoid getting guilty the rest of the way. I don't even understand how we managed to do that, but here we go again. Here we go again. A feeling, you say? Defense? Yes, Your Honor, or rather a hope that it indicates a contradiction. Mr. Wright, is there or isn't there a contradiction here? It looks like there is, but there really isn't one, is there? Are you asking me, Mr. Wright? Because what it really seems like to me is you're asking for a penalty. Thanks for that definitive answer, Your Honor. Oh, boy. As a lawyer like you, Mr. Wright, even I feel bad for the defendant. Well, you don't have to feel bad for her for long. I'll get it right next time. You'll see. Hey, Maya, any help? Let's get some help, please. Oops, wrong button. Consult, please. So what do you think of what we should do now, Maya? That one statement sounds awfully fishy to me, Nick. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. So now it's just a matter of deciding which piece of evidence to present, right? Yeah, I'll take another look at the evidence and compare it with that statement then. The victim was hit with it from behind and he fell over right into the lantern. Okay. Well, at least that narrows it. We're not trying to disprove the hit twice thing. I wonder, though. I wonder. I don't really know what to do. Maybe that one?
Objection!
Whatever. Detective Sky, I'm afraid I have to apologize in advance. For what? For embarrassing you in front of your idol. What do you mean? Take a look at this photo of the crime scene. You'll see that the victim is lying on his back. The victim had been hit from behind, as you claim. Then he should have fallen over into the lantern face down. Ah! It's not enough to simply take someone's side, Detective Sky, even if it's Mr. Edgeworth. Ah, oh.
There does appear to be a flaw in Detective Sky's testimony.
Hold it! Mr. Wright, if you think I'm going to just back right down, then you're sadly mistaken. Emma's unusually fired up today. Don't forget, she's in front of her hero, Mr. Nick. Nick! The Steel Samurai came to watch this trial. I want to do my absolute best, too. Listen, Mr. Wright. It's entirely possible the defendant moved the victim's body after he fell over. In that case, there wouldn't be any contradiction, right?
Indeed, that was an excellent counter-argument, Detective.
You can count on me, sir. So what do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright? It's possible the victim's body was moved after he fell into the lantern? It's possible. Bruh. I seriously got it. That's not right. Defense believes it's possible that the victim's body was moved by the defendant. Wait, I wasn't trying to argue the defendant, though. I was just trying to say that it got moved by afterwards. Oh my gosh. What the frick, Phoenix? What are you doing, Nick? You're backing up Emma's claim? Oops, I meant to answer in the negative.
In other words, you wish to claim the exact opposite of what you just said? A reversal that dramatic deserves an equally dramatic punishment.
Oh my gosh. Don't need to be such a drama queen about it, Your Honor. Well, I guess that leaves me with just one answer. I can't mess this up now. It's possible the victim... I'm still gonna say yes after that. That'd be so stupid. Let's just get myself guilty for no reason. Sorry, Detective, but there's no way the victim's body was moved after his death. Oh, really? And what makes you so sure? One look at this here, and it should become obvious. Something to do with... No, maybe?
Take that!
Oh, come on! What exactly are you pointing at, Mr. Wright? I was thinking, why would that handwritten note be moved along with the body, but okay. Oh, this right here?
What you're trying to communicate is not obvious at all, Mr. Wright. But this penalty should make my feelings on the matter pretty obvious, even to you.
I think that's obvious right now is about paying him in my attorney's badge. Okay, what is this case right now, I swear? One look at this here and it should become obvious. I mean, I don't know how the blood can be related, but is that what I'm supposed to present? I guess I'm gonna just go ahead and do that? Yep, well, guilty verdict on the first main piece of testimony, I guess, so... Oh, boy. Well, that was fast.
That's enough. I see no need to further prolong this trial. Defense's case is insufficient to overturn the prosecution's claims. This court finds the defendant Ellen Wyatt
Guilty! Woo! Guilty! That's gotta be a new record, right? That's definitely gotta be a new record, no doubt about it. Oh boy. Well, I would say... I don't even know everyone. I got no idea. One look at this here and it should become obvious. Can I get some consultation by any chance? I don't really know what I'm looking at, to be perfectly honest. I don't know what these orange things are. I guess I'll present those next. But I'm going to present those on the next exciting episode, everyone! What do you think? What do you think the answer is, Aaron? What do you think the answer is? Is there something I'm just clearly missing here? Because the body has not been moved. I really don't know. Excuse me. I really have no idea, honestly. But anyway, everyone, we'll find out what it is that proves it on the next exciting episode, everyone. So until then, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. And let me know what you think about this case so far. It's pretty difficult. It's very, very difficult. Getting guilty on the first main testimony is never a good sign anyway, but hopefully we'll tackle this and beat it next episode. So until then, everyone, I'll see you later. Bye-bye! Hello, everyone. You've reached the end of this video, but before we go for the day, I'd just like to give a quick shout-out to the Tier 4 and 5 channel members, Phoenix Edgeworth, Acheron X2, Menthy, and Meister Papala. Thank you all for being awesome and supporting the channel. If you too would like to also get your name shouted out at the end of each video and live stream, shoutouts are available for all Tier 4 and 5 channel members. I hope you all have an awesome day. I'll see you all later.